If anybody happens to run into Marjorie Taylor Greene anytime soon, make sure you have a dictionary on hand that you can give her. Not just lend it to her, but she clearly needs a dictionary that she can hold and have with her at all times so that she stops sounding like as much of an idiot as she actually is. Because on social media just a couple days ago, Marjorie Taylor Greene thought she had a brilliant attack on Judge Arthur Engoron, the judge who of course oversaw Donald Trump's New York fraud trial, but instead of calling for him to actually be removed, Marjorie Taylor Greene accidentally called for the judge to be stripped naked. Here is what Marjorie Taylor Greene posted on social media. Judge Engoron should be disrobed and thrown out. He's a disgrace. Mar-a-Lago in 1981 was only a home. Today it is one of the most exclusive social clubs in the world. Mar-a-Lago is worth more now than the ridiculous judgment he ruled against President Trump. But let's go back to that first sentence, right? Judge Engoron should be disrobed. Now, for those of you who may not know, disrobe means to remove your clothing. In other words, disrobe means to strip, to become naked. It does not, by any stretch of the imagination, there is no definition of the word disrobe that means remove a judge from their seat. That's not a thing. I think she is confusing, obviously, disbar, which is what you do when you discipline a lawyer that has broken the rules too many times. And she knows judges wear robes, so what if I take the robe and then the dis from disbarred, I put it together and it's disrobe? Yeah, that just means to get naked, you dumbass. So Marjorie Taylor Greene did not intend to call for Judge Engoron to get naked, but based on the words that she used, did in fact call for Judge Engoron to be stripped naked and thrown out. We're going to take your clothes off you and then we're throwing you out. I mean, that would be humiliating for a judge to physically be disrobed. But this is what happens when you put stupid people in positions of power. And unfortunately, even after this took place, even after Marjorie Taylor Greene wanted Judge Engoron to get naked for her, Donald Trump, during his victory speech in South Carolina, praised Marjorie Taylor Greene, talked about how smart she was after she had just, of course, called for the judge to be stripped naked. Here is what Trump said about Greene after the South Carolina primary. Now, a really shy person, he was being sarcastic, a person that, honestly, she's a good person. She's been with me for so long. She's been with me in good times and bad times. If times are bad, she'll call me up and say, "Don't worry about it, sir, you're doing great." And if times are good, she'll call me up twice. But she's a fantastic person. She's a very smart person and very respected in Congress. A lot of people don't know how respected she is. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Literally nobody respects her. And I'm not just talking about in the halls of Congress. You would be hard-pressed to find a single American citizen. Hell, you'd be hard-pressed to find a single person on planet Earth who actually genuinely has respect for Marjorie Taylor Greene. And calling her a smart person might actually be the biggest lie that you have ever told, again, after she had just called for the judge overseeing your case to be stripped naked. So she's not smart, she's not respected. She did campaign for you in South Carolina, but let's also go to another point you brought up, Donald. She's been with me for a long time. She's been in Congress for 3 years, dude. That's it. You and her only had 14 days of overlap. Maybe it was 15, 16, I guess, of overlap when she was sworn into Congress before Biden was sworn in as president. That's it. So you got 2 weeks where you were both holding an office together. You've known her for 3 years. Stop acting like, oh, she's been with me for so long. She's been with you when it's been politically expedient for her to be that way. She now came out and said she wants to be the Secretary of Homeland Security if you make it back into office. She's dumb as a box of hammers. Doesn't know what the word disrobe means. Apparently wants to see judges naked and shoved out into the street. Maybe so she can blow those up poster size and hang them up next to her Hunter Biden pictures. I don't know. But this is definitely not a person that is smart. And it sure as hell is not a person that is respected. Well, folks, we have crossed that 1 million subscriber milestone, but rest assured, We are just getting started here at Ring of Fire. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and make sure to like, share, and comment on the videos.